Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's meeting with US President Barack Obama at the White House this week, of course, included some discussion about the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. Joining Jpost TV today to discuss what was said during that meeting is Gilad Sher, former Chief of Staff of former Prime Minister Ehud Barak and former Chief Negotiator with the Palestinians. Sher is also the co-founder of NGO Blue White Future and head of the Center for Applied Negotiations at the INSS. Both Prime Minister Netanyahu and US President Barack Obama reaffirmed their commitment to the two-state solution in Monday's meeting. However, the US has now also acknowledged that this is very unlikely to happen under Obama, a position that Netanyahu has long held, but which is fairly new for the US. Do you think that the US is actually giving up on the peace process?
I truly hope that it didn't give up. The 7 years that passed since Barack Obama entered the White House did not do a lot of good to the peace process towards two-state solution. I believe that Netanyahu was not doing too well from his end in terms of allowing a two-state reality, at least, to be established. And I don't think that the last year in office will allow Barack Obama to move forward towards the desired two-state solution. Regrettably so, because I think that the United States could have, if it wanted to, presented a series of parameters for the end of conflict, for the two-state solution, resolving the core issues, or at least the main core issues, on the basis of the Secretary Kerry's brokered negotiations in 2013 and 2014. This would be very much advisable, I believe, in terms of advancing some kind of legacy of President Obama's term.
Netanyahu has, over the years, released somewhat contradictory statements regarding the two-state solution, particularly making waves during the elections when he actually said that there will not be a Palestinian state under his watch. Do you think that he really believes in a two-state solution?
I believe that he knows and very much realizes that this is the only way to keep Israel a Jewish and democratic state for generations to come. There's no other way but to disengage ourselves from the Palestinians into two national entities, Israel on the one side, the Jewish state, and a Palestinian state living side by side with Israel, demilitarized, with a border, a recognized border between them, that would be delineated where the parties would agree to delineate it. However, I do not believe that he has the political courage and the personal courage to go ahead with what he realizes is the only way to salvage political Zionism from being buried under his hands.
Many people have actually said that the two-state solution is dead. Some mentioning the continued building of settlements, which makes it increasingly difficult to draw borders. Do you think that it is still a viable option?
It's very much a viable option, but not one that would be available for a long time now. I don't think that it is an irreversible trend that we are experiencing currently towards the one state, the one binational state. I believe that the two-state solution is for the best benefit of both Israel and the Palestinians. I believe that this is the only way to preserve and secure the character of Israel, the raison d'etre of Israel, the identity of Israelis within their homeland. And at the same time, I believe that this is the only way to to establish a viable Palestinian state, not throughout resolutions at the international institutions, but throughout either negotiations or even constructive independent steps. And, having said so, I believe that that there is a need to establish a binding, continuous, and clear process of negotiations, both on the bilateral level and the regional level, being now much more, I would say, ripe for sharing common concerns of both Israel, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, and even the Gulf states, in terms of Iran's expansionist aspirations and the radical Islam, ISIS, and other problematic issues that we encounter. So I believe that there is grounds now for moving forward towards a more structured, not necessarily negotiations, but at least dialogue on the regional level that would complement a bilateral Israeli-Palestinian negotiation process, and add to that constructive unilateral steps that either party could take in order to move forward for towards a reality of two states, even not if a full-fledged end of conflict resolution of all the core issues, but move towards a reality that would reverse the trend towards the one state.